Open your mind.
Hey out there, this is Buzz with TheSurvivalBuzz. So it seems like we're constantly under terror attacks here in the United States. We're constantly in a state of fear. It seems like they want everybody in. And it seems like the events just continue to roll out day in, day out. You know, I just made a video about the cyber attacks going on with like the water infrastructure. Well, cyber attacks just really in general, just across the board, are becoming more prevalent. Seems like you can't go a day without hearing something about it, even in the mainstream media now. It seems like a big topic. And, you know, you even had like the FBI director come out and warn about it. So, pretty big topic right now, seems like. And then, you know, I'm sure a lot of you heard about the Francis Scott Key Bridge being hit. It was like 1:38 or something like that in the morning yesterday. And I've watched the video. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty interesting. You should check it out. But the cargo ship that ran into the bridge, you know, it's putting along, loses power, regains power, loses power again, and then the power comes back on, and then it runs right into this bridge. And this isn't exactly a small bridge. I think it's like over a half a mile long. So this is a big deal. If you watch the video, it's it's no little crash by no means. The whole thing just goes down like a deck of cards. And so this is going to take, I would imagine, months and months on end to even get cleaned up to be able to travel through the port. No less how long it'll take to, you know, rebuild. I'm sure years probably to do that. And, you know, millions and billions of tax dollars, I'm sure. You know, even though Biden announced, he came out and said, don't worry, the federal government's going to pay for it. But, well, I would question you, where exactly do they get their money again? That's right. And, you know, even though he passed this great infrastructure bill, I'm sure none of that'll go toward it. I'm sure we'll have to take some more money out of our pockets to help pay for this. And, you know, other than disturbing the daily traffic across the bridge and stuff, this is a pretty major port. It's like the 11th busiest port in the United States. And there's some pretty big items that go across it. You know, automotive parts, automobiles, farm equipment. It's like the largest port for sugar, and then coal. Go figure, right? So I can only imagine this is going to cause the price of things to rise. You know, sugar is in pretty much everything at this point. Coal powers a lot of things. You know, it's an energy source, so I'm sure that's going to affect things somehow, as well as the ability to get parts for your car and farm equipment. If you have the means and are able to put some things back, you know, just common things you might need for your car, batteries, brake pads, tires, whatever it may be, now might be a time to pull the trigger on that, because it could be disrupted quite a bit. I don't think we'll really know for a while, but I can foresee that in the future. As well as the price of anything with sugar in it's going to go up, I would imagine, as well. So, conspiracy aside, regardless of why it happened, you know, there's all this speculation that it was a terror attack, that, you know, some type of cyber threat, you know, forced this boat to run into the bridge. That could be the case. Or they could just have had electrical problems. Regardless, it's happened, and it's gonna have effect on everybody, regardless of whether you live there or not. It's going to affect the price and availability of a lot of things, I would imagine. And another thing I found interesting with this whole thing is this same ship actually was decommissioned in Belgium back in 2016 because it crashed. So kind of odd how, they had electrical issues with it there, decommissioned it, and then now all of a sudden we're having issues here as well. Conspiracy? I don't know. Coincidence? Maybe. It just seems like, well, the amount of coincidences we're getting lately are pretty plentiful indeed. And the Francis Scott Key Bridge, if you're unaware, he wrote the Star Spangled Banner. They named the bridge after him, so found that rather odd as well. I mean, I don't know, it seems like America's under attack on a daily basis by the powers that be, so what better way to slap us in the face than to take down a bridge named after somebody that evidently was patriotic enough to write a song. And another amusing fact here is that, Joe came out and said that he's crossed that bridge many times on a train. But unfortunately, that bridge does not have any train tracks on it. So you got good old Lion Joe, or senile old Joe, whichever it may be. Either way, it doesn't make it right. But this is going to affect us. This is going to affect us in many ways, and maybe more ways than one if this actually is some type of cyber threat. Are we going to start seeing more of this? There's the possibility there. So, like I said, if you have the ability to put some automotive parts back, some tires, batteries, whatever it may be, might be a good thing to do, as well as maybe concentrate a little more on sugar preps. Sugar is really easy to put back. You don't even need oxygen absorbers. Oxygen absorbers actually solidify it. So all you need is some good Mylar bags and put the sugar in there and you seal it up and you're good to go. So might be something you look into. We're under attack, people, just on every front. And the more financially things spiral out of control, the more crazy people are going to get. I'm already seeing it. I'm already seeing high tensions, people on alert over their finances. Things are getting out of control real quick. But with these cyber attacks and things, man, this terror threat, that this new digital age we have is the real deal. And I don't know if you guys keep up with a lot of the AI advancements and stuff going on, but it's getting scary, people. It's getting real scary. And it's only a matter of a few years before we're actually going to have humanoid type robots running around. So you better get used to these crashes, these disruptions. I can only see it getting worse and worse. And then when we have robots running around, what's that going to look like exactly if people are hacking into our water infrastructure and everything else? What's that going to look like when they're hacking into these robots running around everywhere? Just food for thought, but God bless y'all, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Later.